started reading this, I had to put it in the show. So we have... We're live?
We're live.
We're live. Hi.
Hi, live. How you doing?
We're just going to give you a preview. This is Technorama, and if you've joined us before, thank you for joining us again. We are going to be starting as soon as Craig calls in just a moment. But let's see where we have the scene. I'm reading an excerpt from Shakespeare's Star Wars that my nephew has graciously loaned us. They're housed in our...
You have your volume up?
In our... What?
I'm talking to Keith.
The iPad. There we go. I'll bring it down just a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm deaf.
Let's go to the cantina scene. Luke and Obi-Wan, R2-D2, the desert planet Tatooine. Act 3. I love this. They're in acts and scenes.
Here we go.
Let's see. Hey, perfect.
Unfortunately, that's all we have.
That's on the desert.
That's all
that's it.
That was part of the bit.
Okay, let's see.
In fact, it's like...
You're listening to Lynx YO Radio.
Han Solo, at thy service, gentlemen. The great Millennium Falcon is my ship. My first mate, Chewie, telleth me ye seek safe passage to the system Alderaan. Obi-Wan. Aye, true, if 'tis a vessel swift of flight. A vessel swift of flight, thou sayest. Hast thou not heard of the Millennium Falcon, sir? Now shall he boast? But if his ship we'd have, some boasting will endure. Nay, should I have? Han. 'Tis but the ship that hath the Kessel Run accomplished in 12 parsecs, nothing more. Imperial starships have I slide escaped, but nothing more than that. And neither do I speak about bulk cruisers small, but vast Corellian ships, yet nothing more, no more. I shall not brag about her speed, good sir. Suffice to say, the ship shall fill thy needs. This is just really bizarre stuff.
Far out.
And she's faster, but nothing more. Luke. Aye, nothing more. I wish he'd hold his peace. This man, it seems, doth love his ship far more than ere I saw a man his woman love. Pray tell, what shall the cargo be? Myself, says Obi-Wan. The boy, 2 droids, and ne'er question asked. Han. 'Tis what, a touch of local trouble here? Nay, let us simply say thus, we would imperial tanglements avoid. This is sounding more like Yoda.
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe Yoda is Shakespeare-inspired.
Yeah.
Everyone?
No, not any good?
Well, I only get one channel.
Oh. We could try a different jack. There's 4 of them there. So that's the fun you can look for in the Geek Library. We
that'll
are
be fun.
Also having some other fun. I'm going to leave that open to that page, more or less. Pray peace, this little lad's not worth thy time. Now come, let us be friends, my goodly sir. After he chops off the dude's hand.
Cute.
Mr. Step. What do we have? 2 viewers? All right. Do we know who? Hey, Scott Tyler and Jeremy Kyle.
Oh, we have 3 now.
3. And Scott was our gracious host last weekend, where we had much fun. A good... I'm trying to do this Shakespearean style, and I can't.
Good luck.
A good helping of joviality was had by all.
Ha ha.
Ooh, that's loud.
A bit.
You have to...
Come in.
Are you still having problems?
It feels like we haven't done this in months.
Almost feels like it hasn't.
It's been, what, 3 weeks now?
It's been...
Three
there were 2
weeks
weeks
since
off, and then there was the 1 week with the 10th anniversary.
Right, and there was a week before that. So we've really done like 3 shows in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's going to get a little rough in here for a while, because next week I'm on business travel, so we won't have much to do there.
Oh, that's fine. We'll be coming back from Disneyland that day, so it'll actually work out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
But I'll be fresh as a daisy from an international flight the
hey.
next weekend.
Oh, international. Yikes.
Oh,
Where are
my.
you headed?
UK.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of envy you.
It's business. I'll be getting back Saturday.
I still wouldn't mind going to the UK.
I can't sleep on planes. It's terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't sleep. I just kind of nap.
Yeah, I can maybe get an hour if I have plenty of alcohol and sleeping aids and soft
really?
music. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can sleep all from here to...
Craig says, almost there.
Almost there.
Stay on target.
You're too close.
Oh, I wonder if that scene is in here. Pew. Inside the Death Star or the Millennium Falcon. Let's see. Shakespeare's Star Wars. Biggs, Wedge, Luke, Wedge. Oh, we're close. Vader. Close in, my lads. We three shall ride as one.
That's Shakespeare for Follow Me. Or Come With Me.
He's not
Where
not
is-
the Wicked Witch.
Where is the voice of Obi-Wan? No. The Rebel.
Well, that whole almost that was
Oh, it's just listed as
that
Ghost.
was Red One.
It's listed
Red
as
Leader.
Ghost. Oh, use the Force, dear Luke. Let go and trust. I sense the Force in this one, almost as if I did my younger self a spy.
What?
I prithee, trust me, Luke, and all shall be well, says the ghost of...
I think there's some embellishment that's going
Well,
on
look
there.
how thick the book is, man.
Yeah.
They can only fit so much Shakespeare in here. If it was a true Shakespearean tome and Star Wars Episode 4, this baby would not be read by a 10-year-old.
No, but what I mean to say is that I think there's some embellishment that's happening. Like the line that Luke, that Vader has about, it simply says the Force is strong in this one. Yet already they're making the implication that there's some kind of connection, is Shakespearean wise, they're making a connection between Vader and Luke. So there's some kind of they're taking liberties.
Yes.
They're taking liberties with the Shakespeare.
Well, Mr. Step.
Valhalla.
Yes, Valhalla.
And a happy Valhalla to you, too. Craig Stepp is online. We shall be commencing soon. But he's in Do Not Disturb mode, so I can't disturb him.
Where's my...
He's already disturbed.
Good news, everyone!
So, do you think that I should do this when Craig joins again?
What?
Access denied.
Yeah, that'll work. Craig, please enter your access code. No, what did Brian say on the group? He said, "What is your security code?"
Yeah. What's your security code?
Hello,
Denied.
Who is this, and what is your security code?
Access denied.
Alpha Tango, Alpha Destruct.
Access denied.
Destruct? What are you trying to do to the show?
I was trying to remember Picard's Destruct code. I can't remember the whole thing.
Oh, the heck with Picard's. I remember the old Star Trek one.
Oh, what was it? Oh,
Where there were actually two where they set the self-destruct code. And
Yeah.
they're slightly different.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, but that's too nerdy for us. We're going to get started.
wait,
We
no,
still
it's
have
not.
3
Hey,
years.
whoa,
What?
no,
What?
no, sir, it's not.
It's not what?
Not too nerdy?
That's right. Never.
Talk nerdy to me.
Alrighty then.
Hey, baby. Now the time is 1 hour.
Star Tours is now boarding.
Terminal
Star
B.
Tours is now ready for boarding.
Everybody out for Terminal B. Terminal B, serving Delta, U.S. Airways. Okay. See if I remember how to do this. First, you hit the record button, right? Then you say a funny
Right.
line. And then you play the music. Is that how it goes?
Sure.
Here we go. Hit the record
I just
button. Pick
I just
your
read
bit
what
rate.
you have on there.
Do you know what it says?
Yes, I do.
It's Klingon for where is the dishonorable dog Lenny?
No. I was reading the title of the show.
Oh, Bifrosted
By
Flakes?
Frosted Flakes.
They still crunchly milk.
All right, here
Is
we
that
go.
Lenny Iserol?
Yes, it is. Here we go. Technorama episode 436, Bifrosted Flakes.
Good morning, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Technorama.
Remember when?
Technorama.
On this day in tech history.
Tech.
And now, the news.
Tech.
What the chuck?
Technorama.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
Nukdak Lenny Pong Haldalba Kuvha.
Over there, in the media corner.
Technorama.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Unfasten your seatbelts and disregard all safety rules. Here are your flight crew, Chuck and Craig.
And apologies to our Klingon listeners for my bad Klingon accent.
Who knew that Lenny knew Klingon?
Yeah, nobody knew.
Lenny doesn't know Klingon. That's the point. It's like when the people around here speak Spanish, so you don't understand what they're saying.
Just answer with "sí."
Yeah.
Cerveza. Welcome to Technorama. This is the show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek. If this is your first time listening to Technorama, hey, thank you for joining us. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back. We appreciate you giving us your time. I am Chuck Tomasi. With me, as always, is Craig.
Is that a pregnant pause?
That was an overdue pregnant pause.
Yeah, at least third trimester.
And joining us here in the binary
Hey,
studio.
wait a minute. I
Yes.
guess I'm okay.
Oh,
Are you okay now?
How are
Well,
you,
asked-
Craig?
never mind.
We
Go
got that out of order. The script's messed up.
How are you, Craig?
I am Oh, it says okay.
Pause and wait.
yeah.
Joining us in the binary studio is also
Ben Raggington.
yay, and
Heath Lane.
right, we're a little off on the cues. That's what happens when you stop for
We're just a
3
little
weeks.
slow today.
Darn these vacation cycles.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Before we go on, I have to ask a question. Speaking of vacation, so y'all were on your trip
Yeah.
Yes.
right at the end of my trip out there.
Right.
Yes.
When you got on the boat, did they have Avengers playing on it?
No.
the
No.
Avengers.
No, they
we
didn't have it.
We were kind of upset about that. We thought maybe since they were going to be in international waters that we might get a sneak peek of it on that Thursday
Yeah.
night or whatever.
But no, they weren't
No.
showing it.
No.
Because I kept thinking about that. Even today, I was like, I wonder if they did get to see that on the ship.
No.
Have you
We're
seen
only
it
so
yet,
lucky.
though?
Yes,
Yes.
we have.
Oh,
twice.
okay. Twice.
Good. Twice. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe we can all talk about that later in the show.
Maybe. You know, we do cover the offbeat news, not that mainstream stuff.
No, we do that in our own show.
Okay, the mainstream stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let's go with the offbeat stuff for now. We've got a follow-up to the controversial robot statue we talked about a few weeks ago. We also have Thomas Edison made some really creepy stuff.
No.
And a Shakespeare reading you may recognize. All that and more coming up.
Hello everyone, this is Alistair from Pseudopod and Escapepod and on occasion Podcastle, and I've turned up in a lot of other places. I podcast a lot, and I'm here to tell you about the Parsec Awards. The Parsec Awards are an awards show. Stop cringing, this is a nice one. Every year, audio shows and projects in 16 different categories are nominated by fans of the community. Those nominations are then condensed down to a short list and judged by a panel of their peers. So you have podcasters, authors, narrators, people who make podcasts, people who work at every level of this medium, judging the best in this medium. And then the winners are presented at DragonCon in Atlanta, Georgia, in the first weekend in September. The Parsecs were founded in 2005 by Tracy Hickman, Merle Lafferty, Michael Meningay, and I'm reasonably certain an early ancestor of Fox Mulder. The Parsec Awards recognise those whose work mark the pinnacle of this media form and provide countless hours of entertainment to their audiences. It would be really good if you could find out more about the awards and nominate your favourite podcasts at parsecawards.com. And believe me, this is a true story.
Don't have any problem either. Technorama, it'll drive you crazy.
And a short drive it would be, too.
Yes. It's not a long drive. That's a short putt.
I'm the bus driver.
Hey, I just remember a few times where we had that Skype crap come in, and you know what was funny is there's been several times where it would only come in when I said certain words. It was like that was cached or something, and Skype goes, "Oh, here, let's just use the local version." Every time remember that, Chuck?
Oh,
it's like
Skype was horrible for like the first 3 years.
Yeah, every time I came up to a certain phrase, it would do it. It would start Skyping out.
It had a Craig
whatever.
filter.
That's
Craig
right.
filter.
Craig filter.
We have some feedback. Man, we got a lot of feedback.
Yeah, what is this?
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Oh, boy.
Not yet.
Mail today. Reach right
You have to let me know when you
Oh, boy.
Not yet.
Letters. I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to
2, 4.
say.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy!
Mail today.
Did I get it right?
Sound like
We
there's a little
try our
lag.
hardest. We really do.
Oh boy! Oh,
can't
my
count.
late.
We have several oh boys. Boom.
What is this first
Hey
one?
guys, Chuck, Craig, whoever else is in the studio, Don Doom here. Just recently upgraded my internet connection at the house, and all I can say is, wow.
56K.
AT&T has come out here in Fort Worth with a service called Gigapower. I'm getting 700 to 800 meg down and 5 to 600 meg up. The only weird thing happened when I did the upgrade. They said I was moving when I wasn't, so I didn't have internet service for 3 days, so they got there to actually install it. If I have any issues with it, guys, I'll let you know. Have a great one. 101.
Well, I did some checking, and apparently Cox is supposed to have GigaCast in the Phoenix area. It was rolled out to a select group of, shall we say, high-paid clientele. You know, the more expensive homes, about
not us.
5,000 homes, but they are looking to expand it to 150,000 homes eventually.
Well, that doesn't help us since there's 4 million people here.
What is that, like half of 1% or something?
Pretty much.
I will say this regarding AT&T. I've got cell service on AT&T, and I was right outside my house, and the Wi-Fi was turned off on my phone, and I looked down, and it said LTE. I was like, oh, I'm getting LTE here at the house. Usually I get like, the Edge. Whatever.
Edge.
Not quite Edge, but I was surprised when I noticed that. And I noticed I had LTE a lot of other places around here where I live. So, yeah, I think they're making some upgrades finally around here.
Nice. That's appropriate.
Yeah.
I discovered a lot about the cell networks as I traveled across the country the last couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm sure.
Most of it is unpleasant.
Yes.
Yes.
Trust me, I travel a lot.
Between here and Michigan, I'd say 60%, maybe 75% coverage.
Oh, geez.
Really?
There were a lot of dead spots. A lot. I was surprised. The best ones are usually the best coverage is along the major interstate corridors, of course. I-40 from like Flagstaff to Oklahoma City was actually pretty good. There were only
actually,
most of the time it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, there are dead areas in some parts of New Mexico, some parts of Texas.
Yeah, because you're just
much.
so far out.
Yeah.
That stretch in between Albuquerque and Tucumcari is pretty dead out there, most of it.
You know where I'm talking about. We have a passel full of voicemail. I'm making up new units for my voicemail now. But, Jack Jaffe seemed to be catching up on listening and left us 9 voicemail. We're not going to play them all in this one, but we'll get started.
Hey guys, Jack Jaffe here. You guys need to have like an intro to the voicemail line.
K7
it just
number.
says, leave your fax number now or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure I'm leaving a message for you guys. Anyway, that's why I'm always like, is this Technorama? Anyway, yeah, so I'll just leave that as its own voicemail.
It is, and I know I had one on there at one point.
We did have one.
Well, I
We
put
did have
another
one a
one
long
back
time
on.
ago.
I had
Yeah,
to,
one a long time ago, and I think they changed something on their service, and then it went away.
Well, they certainly didn't upgrade anything.
No, probably rebooted it.
Yeah, they rebooted it and the voice messages went away.
Yeah.
All right, something with a little more content to it.
Hey guys, Jack Jaffe here. Yeah, Mike was talking about Idiocracy. That movie, the problem with it was it was neither hot nor cold. It wasn't funny enough to be a comedy, and it wasn't serious enough to be a good dystopia. And it kind of fell into that middle ground where it did neither well. And then there were some kind of problems with the storyline, which required some voiceover narration. It's just really sad because there's so much in that movie that was so prophetic and at times so profound, but you couldn't get past the "ow my balls" jokes to really see that. And that's kind of the sad thing about Mike Judge's work is at times or whatever it can't get out of the way of itself to be good entertainment because Mike Judge at times is too intelligent for his own good. But if you're really into it or whatever, I would suggest Silicon Valley. I know you guys liked Halt and Catch Fire, but personally I think Silicon Valley is a far more entertaining show on HBO, and it satirizes our relationship to technology in the tech world of startups so well. Even though I'm not even part of it, I love that show. So anyway, check out that one for your techno geeks.
I have to say,
yes,
Silicon Valley is worth its weight in gold.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Watch the first season, and especially catch the finale of the first season.
Okay.
It will leave you in tears.
It's that
tears,
like
sad tears,
happy
or
tears, or laughing tears, or crying tears.
Oh yeah. I can't give it away. It's good tears, not sad tears. It's funny.
Okay.
The show is satiristic, like he was just saying, a little bit like Mike Judge can be, but it's hard to explain. It's satirical, but it's so I don't even know how to describe it. It's so understated that you go, oh, I get it. You finally figure it out. But anyway, Silicon Valley does a good job at making fun of all the Silicon Valley types. So
okay,
Silicon Valley.
Yes. See what I said?
I have not heard anything from A&E. I think that's who it was. That Halt and Catch Fire will be renewed.
I think it is coming back.
Is it?
I think I did read it was coming back.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at that. He's also got another one here about Nip.
Hey, Jack Jaffe again, here to vandalize your voicemail line. Hey, use these whenever you need them. I binge listen, obviously. Hey, to agree with Michael or Menenge's comments, they show Nip Tuck is absolutely excellent. Unfortunately, it's not on HBO; it's on Cinemax, so everyone ignored it. But yeah, it's a turn of the century, the turn of the century from the 1800s to the 1900s. Where medicine moved from the barber shops, surgery moved from the barber shops to the actual, real medical profession, and it is absolutely amazing. However, as we all know with Dr. Oz, medical quackery has not gone away ever. It never has. In fact, it kind of got worse, and it's kind of weird, but it plays off all those tropes and stuff, and it's a really interesting time period and a very well-done show. Unfortunately, it's on Cinemax. So if you can find some way how to watch the show, The Nick, not Nip Tuck, but The Nick, check it out.
Okay.
It's worth a watch, most definitely. Not for children, not for the squeamish. And it also has Max Headroom in it. He blows his brains out in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Catch you later.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an endorsement.
Man, spoiler alert.
Dang, I'm not going to watch it now.
Hey, Chuck, by the way.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Wait a minute. I just like that bam at the end of it. No, Halt and Catch Fire is coming back Sunday, May 31st, so it's almost time.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah, you should keep up with that. You almost missed it.
Almost.
Almost.
Just like I almost missed Breaking Bad.
Have you been watching it?
Yes, I'm well into season 2.
2, okay. And
I'm enjoying it. Didn't we do a story one time about a university that was teaching a business class based on this show? Or they were making their kids... There is a lot of business in this show about how to expand your market and,
Really?
and get your product out there and your
Interesting.
work staff. When
Without all the killing, of course.
Well, yeah, and the cancer and all the lying and cheating and
Interesting.
And Tuco's teeth.
Yes.
We just started watching Grimm.
Oh,
really
That's
good.
right. I think we mentioned that last time.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Old news.
we're into the first season. It's getting really interesting.
Too much stuff to catch up on.
I know.
I've still got.
We figured that we can catch up on it this summer. We don't have too much, other than Defiance and what was the other? A couple others. They're coming back.
Sense8.
Yeah, Sense8.
Sense8 and I think AKA Jessica Jones comes out this summer.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just finished Shield. Have y'all seen the finale?
Yes.
I haven't finished. I haven't even started the
Oh my
second
God.
season.
Oh my God.
I'm that far behind.
Well, that ruins my talking point.
Yeah, good. Keep it that way. We're gonna
Did you
do.
move away from the mic?
We're gonna do. We're gonna do the
Or
history.
did you go in the other room?
I'll take my headphones off for a little while.
I have to say though, I enjoyed it, and the season
Enormously.
finale there was a lot going on in that season finale. It was great.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, I hear season 2 really picked up well, where season 1 was kind of flat.
I've got a lot to say about that.
Okay, let's do the history thing. On this day in history for May 20th, 2015, this is the 140th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 225 days remaining in the year. It was on this date in 1497 that John Cabot set sail from Bristol, England, on his ship Matthew, looking for a route to the west. Craig?
Is that me?
Yes.
517 years ago today, Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama discovers the sea route to India when he arrives in Coxsackie,
Your Spanish is good.
Indiana.
Indiana was
We named the dog Indiana.
I'm sorry. Let's cut that one in half. India.
Ben, can you clean up
Yes.
after that?
Cartographer Abraham Ortelius issues Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, the first modern atlas on the state in 1570.
Outstanding.
May 20th, 1873, Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis receive a U.S. patent for blue jeans with copper rivets.
Oh, you got the easy one.
I've had the hard ones last time. I had all those darn Soviets.
Wait, there's more. 132 years ago today, Krakatoa begins to erupt east of Java.
Release the Krakatoa.
The volcano explodes 3 months later, killing more than 36,000 peoples.
Wow.
What day was that? What day is this?
May 20th.
20th. The 18th is when Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens, yes.
Yeah.
There were some pictures of that. Craig?
And 124 years ago today, the first public display of Thomas Edison's prototype, the kinetoscope.
Kinetoscope.
I'm sorry, I tripped all over that one.
I'm starting interviews next week.
That's right. The first traffic ticket in the U.S. New York City taxi driver Jacob German was arrested for speeding while driving 12 miles per hour on Lexington Street 116 years ago today.
Makes you
How
wonder
about
what
that?
the speed limit was.
Exactly.
15 miles per hour.
Probably 2. It was 99 years ago today that the Saturday Evening Post publishes its first cover with a Norman Rockwell painting, Boy with Baby Carriage.
That guy was outstanding. He could tell a story in a picture.
Exactly.
May 20th, 1920, Montreal, Quebec, radio station XWA broadcasts the first regularly scheduled radio programming in North America.
And at 7:52, Charles Lindbergh takes off from the Roosevelt Field in Long Island, New York, on the world's first solo non-stop flight across the Atlantic Ocean. Each touchdown in Le Bourget Field in Paris. Yeah, close enough. At 22:22, the next day, 88 years ago today.
And also today, 1932, Amelia Earhart takes off from Newfoundland to begin the world's first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic City by a female
Atlantic
pilot.
City?
Yes,
Yes.
landing in
Atlantic
Ireland.
City.
Atlantic City. Atlantic Ocean.
And played
Across
the game
Atlantic
and
City.
Landing in Ireland the next day.
Let's see. It was 59 years ago today that in Operation Red Wing, the first United States airborne hydrogen bomb is dropped over Bikini Atoll in the Pacific Ocean.
And SpongeBob's pineapple was blown to bits.
Exactly.
Discovery of the cosmic microwave background radiation by Robert Woodrow Wilson and Arno Penzias on this date in 1964.
Yes. And May 20th, 1983, the first publication of the discovery of the HIV virus that caused AIDS in the journal Science by Luc Manens. What?
You thought you'd have an easy one until you got to the end.
You're laughing. I didn't even get to finish. Gosh.
You're done.
You're done. Also
Luke?
today, and
How about just
go
Luke?
ahead, say it.
Go ahead,
Luke?
say it.
Montagnier?
Montagnier.
That's it.
Also today in 1985, Radio Marti, part of the Voice of America service, begins broadcasting to Cuba.
My name is Luc Montagnier. You killed my father. Prepare to
Die.
And happy birthday goes out to, on this date, to American businessman and co-founded Wells Fargo and American Express, William Fargo.
William Express.
Born on this date in 1818. That is a fascinating story about how Wells Fargo came into being.
Yeah.
And I think a few weeks ago it was.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Also born on this date in 1851, the inventor of the gramophone record, Emil Berliner.
And actor Jimmy Stewart would have been 97 today.
Where's that applause when you need it?
Another co-founder,
Like rain.
William Reddington Hewlett, the H part of HP, was born today in 1913.
And finally, astronaut Colonel Thomas Akers is 66.
Yay! And that's the way it was on this day in history for May 20th, 2015, because I forgot to put in the date, and it just says date again.
Date. Insert date here.
Yes. So long, marching band. March your way out. Wow, we keep using more and more of that music. I'm glad I made the extended remix.
I know.
Don't tell people what you did.
I had to do that for our birthday music, too.
We want people to think it's an actual band.
news, everyone.
And we have good startling news. We have, remember the article we talked about? Were you here when we were talking about the robot statue in Turkey?
Yes, and it was highly unpopular.
Yes. Well, the very same mayor, has taken down that robot and in its place put a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Of course.
Yeah, because
people rather see the man-eating, or a flesh-eating dinosaur than a robot.
Hey, Mayor, that was a dumb idea. Well, I've got another one.
I can see it now.
And I'm going to do it on your people's money.
Hey, I can see it now. Okay. I apologize for the robots. I'll take them down and replace them with dinosaurs.
The mayor of Ankara Gochek caused an uproar in April after installing a giant transformer-like robot named Otorobot. I thought it was like Ankarabot.
Oh.
He was being sued by the Turkish Union of Engineers of Architects for, quote, wasting, unquote, taxpayer dollars on the statue, which he claimed was to promote a new theme park called Anka Park. That's what I was thinking of. Anka Park. You're welcome, Park. Well, all robot haters have won the battle, but not the war. The robot was finally removed this week and was replaced with a giant menacing Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's 3 meters high and 10 meters long, according to today's Zaman. The mayor stated that he would be replacing the robot with a dinosaur back on April 16th, and he asked people on Twitter to vote on which one it should be. According to the Hurriyet Daily News, number 7 won the poll, which appears to be the Apatosaurus/Brontosaurus, question mark? I guess they didn't get the news Brontosauruses back in the vogue.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they ultimately went with T-Rex. The story just keeps getting weirder. What's next? A giant alien or zombie?
Zombie.
Sharks with lasers on their heads.
Yes.
Lasers.
I just about fell off my chair when I saw this. Like, we covered not only the first stupid story, but we get to do a follow-up.
You can do a follow-up on that. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that almost makes us legit.
I'm going to make a Google alert with his name just to make sure.
There you go.
To catch any more nonsense.
That's right.
The Pope catches a drone. What?
No. Who wants the story about the Pope and a drone?
Oh, I'll take that one.
Okay.
From pizza to fiats, people love giving gifts to Pope Francis. Most recently, students from a Jesuit school in Rome presented the Holy See with a customized quadcopter painted in the colors of the Vatican flag and replete with the papal emblem. According to statement from the school, the UAV symbolizes the values of technology in the service of man. The school continued, drones have provided useful to check the have proved useful to check the condition of structures like in quake ravaged Nepal and study paths from bringing relief to people who need this in remote villages. There's no word yet on whether Pope Francis will have time for flying lessons. However, there's a chance he may auction off the UAV to raise money for the poor, as he did back in January with the Fiat and a number of other expensive gifts. Or, like the pizza, he could just be saving for later.
Thank you, my son. But the Vatican is a no-fly zone.
Fly zone.
These kids really weren't thinking ahead, were they? Oh, snap. Well, on that note, we'll go to the listener birthday calendar. Listener birthdays. We have May 22nd is Tim Elliott.
Hey, Tim.
Tim, longtime listener and devotee.
Yeah, he's always the one that goes, "Hey, y'all recording tonight?"
Is there he's the one who says, "Is there anyone else in the chat room?"
He's the one that keeps the lights on for us.
He's the caretaker of the Technorama
right.
mausoleum. May 23rd is Chris Zile, host and producer of the AVS cast, and
That's
24
Zeal.
Zile.
I'm picking on y'all because
now you're ripping on us.
I know, because I keep messing up Kyle.
Jeremy Kyle.
Mind. Yeah.
You got it.
Right.
He's online tonight, so say it right.
Hey.
It only took us 10 years. And May 26th is Eli Yukozan. Now, you remember Eli, right? Yeah, Craig.
Silence.
Craig.
Yes.
You remember Eli? What is Eli noted for in the Technorama Annals of History?
The cotton gin. No.
Oh, that's Eli Whitney. He's the one that came up with all those uses for peanuts.
No. Remember signing the microphone?
Yes, I do remember. Actually, I do remember. Yes.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
It's been a long weekend. It's been a long weekend, believe me.
Then we'll give you a little break right now, and we'll come back with Hacks and Strange Stories and more. Stick around.
Greetings from TG Geeks webcast, where
Ben
and Keith, the two gay geeks, talk about all aspects of geekdom and nerdery. Sci-fi, comics, film, horror, genre, you name it, we talk about it.
Find our episodes each week on tggeeks.com.
Visit our Facebook page, TG Geeks Webcast.
On Google Plus and YouTube, look for us as 2 Gay Geeks. You can tweet at TG Geeks and at the 2 Gay Geeks.
Or call our feedback line at 469-TG-GEEKS. That is 469-844-3357. Happy listening. Peace.
Cheers.
Mr. Turtle, how many keystrokes does it take to get to the ring zero center of an operating system pipe?
I never found out without baiting. Ask Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl, how many keystrokes does it take to get to the ring zero center of an operating system pipe?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the ring zero center of an operating system pop? The world may never know.
Some of those voices sounded familiar.
I know. Who are those two hacks?
Who
were they?
Which one? The one on our promo or yours?
You name it. We talk about it.
We have, of course, Hacks and Strange Stories.
Wait a minute, Chuck.
Yes?
Chuck. I was just listening to their promo for their show, and I just noticed something.
What's that?
They're geeks?
Geeks. Yeah.
Geeks. Yeah. And is that a problem?
We are the nice who say geek.
No, it's not a problem.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's better to be geek than cool.
They played that one for us.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
We ran that one promo.
Holy
Tell the kid that was giving me a swirly back in high school.
We got a little nepotism going on here. All right. Speaking of strange
Despotism.
stories, wearables like smartwatches and things have come to a new low. We have one.
I saw.
You saw
What
the title?
the heck is that?
Then you can read it.
It's all yours.
Unless you... What?
You can't clear your throat.
Unless you're Lepetamine, Terrence Phillip, or Leslie Nielsen, you probably don't like the gaseous emissions that leak from your ass every now and again. Farts, you see, are a result of digestion.
Yes.
But unless you're paying attention to your diet, it's hard to work out what causes the most obnoxious of bum gases.
It's usually the dog.
Yeah, usually it is the dog.
Yes, all the time.
It's always the dog.
Even
we
when
don't
there
have a
isn't one.
dog.
Hey, when it goes off, throw it on your dog. Hey.
Exactly. That's where CH4 comes in, a wearable that sits in your back pocket or belt loop, keeping count of every air biscuit that you bake. Who wrote this?
What the heck?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the point where we need a crowdfunding gadget to warn us when we've let one rip.
Beep, 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 beep. So everyone in the elevator makes no mistake. Now, read on. This is actually kind of scientific.
Yes, the sensor...
He's dead, Jim.
Naturally, only comes into its own when paired with a mobile app, which asks that you log every component of your meals. Then once it's sniffed enough of your Paul Blart, Malblarts...
I'm sure this is Cards Against Humanity we're reading here.
It is.
Yes.
It'll identify which foodstuffs are causing your most obnoxious guffs and advise you to stop eating them. CH4 is the brainchild of artist and engineer Rodrigo Narciso, or however you say that. And while he assures us that the project is legitimate, this could still be one very long-winded prank.
Ba-dum-bum.
Where is it? There we go. I can't read and do the sound effects at the same time. Unfortunately, Narciso's vision of a world where farts we no more... What?
Where farts are no more.
Where farts are no more doesn't look like it'll arrive anytime soon. That's because the Kickstarter to back the gadget has raised less than $2,000 on a goal of $180,000.
Oh, wait. It's up to 3,800 now.
Oh, 3,800. Oh, my God.
Let's celebrate.
We're almost there.
Hey, I could see this thing automatically calling your physician if something was way out of whack, and you like stick it on your dog. And he's like, "What have you been eating?"
That would be funny.
It kind of makes sense because a lot of people don't recognize the correlation between what they eat and what they expel. So
I do.
But are they truly going to change their diets? I mean, if you're a sauerkraut lover, would you stop eating Reuben sandwiches?
Nope.
No, not really.
Right.
Nope.
Exactly.
If you're a vegetarian, you're going to stop eating legumes.
Hey, they started putting the calorie count on the menus and like at McDonald's and stuff. Did it deter anybody?
Stop anybody?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, it did. Did it? Oh man, when we were traveling and I had to stop for something to eat, and that was the only option because the exits in certain parts of the country are 20 miles apart
or more.
And I would walk up there and I'd say, "What is under 500 calories?" And it was usually the grilled chicken sandwich.
I was going to say this cup of water.
Yes.
Piece of lettuce.
And even that might, you never know in some parts of the state.
So yeah, I do look at the nutritional information at some of those things.
Okay.
But will it truly change the habits and say, Chuck, stop eating Mexican food? Probably not.
No, wait a minute. Now you were traveling, so your choices could have been limited depending on where you're at. I'm saying the people that normally go to McDonald's, do you think it's going to deter them from going to McDonald's?
No.
No, not if they're a regular McDonald's goer. It won't. I don't think so.
Well, we never were regular McDonald's goers, but we did frequent the place periodically.
Yeah. When we were poor.
Well, that's true. Yeah. When we were poor. A night on the town was a 99-cent meal and
a rental.
Or no, one of the what did they call them? The bargain meals.
It was a combo meal.
$2.99 or $3.99, and then we'd go get a 99-cent movie, and that was Friday night.
That was
on payday. That was on payday.
Yeah, that was Friday night living large.
Hey, Taco Bell. I used to ravage that place after a night of drinking and go get the 59 menu.
Taco hell.
Living large, $5.
Right. They don't even have the 99-cent chili cheese burrito anymore. It's not like $1.99
at Taco Bell.
Yeah, everything's gone
crazy.
I haven't been to a Taco Bell in 20 years.
Craig, we have another food-related story. Would you mind?
Yes. Wait. Wait a minute.
What?
That last story wasn't technically food. Well, I guess it was kind of food related.
In a way.
Digested food story.
Okay. The WTF of the day. High school students fed 6-year-old pork. I think they all need... and then I scroll down a little bit, and there's a picture of...
It's like old turkey jerky or something.
No, I'm looking at the picture of Harry Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah, we got the animated GIF on that one.
He's about to throw up.
It looks like he's going to hurl.
Yeah, I know. I am just looking at the thing.
He does a good job with that.
High school students in Hawkins County, Tennessee was served up some 6-year-old pork last week for lunch. Wow, no one has gotten sick yet.
Amazing.
Yet. The news is not sitting well with anybody. Sitting well, that kind of relates back to the last story.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
A cook at their local primary school who did not serve the meat, quote unquote, well, parens, whatever you want to say, sent a photo of the pork to the city commissioner named Michael Harrell.
Oh, the pork was named Michael Harrell?
That's right.
Yes.
That's the twist in the story. It wasn't pork.
It became sentient.
It's people.
Yeah.
Wait, we got a story on that later.
No
too.
people.
Solid green.
No people.
So anyway, they sent it to the commissioner, who discovered that it had also been distributed at several other schools in the area. Cafeteria workers at Cherokee High School said that it smelled so bad that the gravy to put over the meat, that it smelled so bad it made them put gravy over the meat. That's usually why you have gravy, to mask the odor.
Mask the smell.
Well, that's going to make me think twice about anything that's got gravy on it now.
You're a bit more grave than gravy.
Yeah.
It's all suspect. All right, so at another high school, the smell was apparently so bad that it was reportedly stunk up the halls.
They could smell it at another school?
Wow.
Well, that's why you need
The writing on this is terrific.
Despite the putrid meat being so old and smelly, some students even came back for seconds.
The poor kids.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm eating all I can.
The crack kids.
Yeah,
doesn't even say this.
The next line, which is mildly disturbing. Who wrote this? Because that's not a real sentence by itself.
No, it is not a paragraph by itself.
Welcome to Technorama, folks.
Yeah. A rep from the USDA told Yahoo that there probably wasn't any danger in eating it, sure. But it was, I added the sure part, but it should be consumed within 4 to 12 months of freezing. The director of schools, Stephen Starnes, has since ordered the inventory be taken out of the food freezers
and served immediately.
Quick. Before
put in the sunlight. Put in the sunlight and left out for a few hours before serving. Now, anyway, so they're taking it out of circulation, hopefully.
Oh, good. I feel much better now anyway.
And they donated it to several homeless...
I don't know. I think I would like donate it to science and see if it's a brand new life form.
Look, it looks so freaking dry.
Where's the sensor scanner, son?
Oh, yeah. Where's my sensor? There we go.
Life forms on Porcus 9 planet.
Life forms on this plate.
All right, Donna, who do we have in the chat room tonight?
Oh, she's not going to speak?
Jeremy Kyle. Scott Tyler. Mark Shepard. Tim Elliott. Is that it? For now. Oh, she's scrolling, looking through the transcript. We really need our old chat room back there. We just read the list.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to it. By the way, Scott Tyler says, hi, meat. That's pork jerky. That's about right.
Give me the hibbly jibblies.
All right, let's do the remember when thing before we get arrested. Once upon a time, Thomas Edison, the great inventor, made an invention that was really cool, but is now kind of creepy. Did you know that he made talking dolls back in 1890?
I should be surprised.
You're better off not acknowledging their existence, and you definitely shouldn't listen to what they have because we're going to play it anyway. It'll haunt your nightmares forever. These dolls were, quote, the world's first recorded audio production designed, manufactured, and sold for home entertainment. Ooh. Oh, sounds like all copper wiring in there. But they didn't sell very well for a number of reasons, mostly because they were terrifying. We got a couple of pictures of them. The dolls themselves weren't that creepy. But children found them difficult to operate and more scary than cuddly, reports the New York Times. Collectors of the dolls, however...
The reviews are in.
You picture the scenes from like Nightmare Before Christmas where the kid's holding the severed head.
Oh, yeah.
For the whole movie.
Have you ever seen that? I know y'all have seen them. The dolls that had the eyes that would close when you lay them down and you pick them up.
Yep.
Those look creepy in themselves, man.
Really?
Yep. My sister had several of those.
The Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory developed a system called Irene. Image, reconstruct, erase noise, etc. back in 2009 that has made it possible for historians to recreate the sounds of the dolls without actually playing them. The technology is now being used to preserve audio files in the Northeast Document Conservation Center in Massachusetts. While some of these recordings have been around for years, a few never-before-heard audio files were just recently uploaded online by the Thomas Edison Historical Parks, reports the New York Times. Here is a number of the recordings posted.
I will kill you in your sleep.
SETI has revealed that was not one of them.
Oh.
We also have Hickory Dickory Dock, Little Jack Horner. Here's a good one. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Oh, dear.
Hope you wake up in the morning. And he will. That is.
That's like the great ancestor to Chucky the doll.
I was gonna say it makes Chucky sound appealing.
Yeah.
Wow. Buzz Lightyear's got nothing on these people.
Yeah.
Media Corner.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
Hey, where can I find some good information about music and TV and videos and things?
Over here in the media corner.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah, really.
Ben, take it away.
Wow, I did not even know about this, and I'm actually ashamed. The long whispered about Starship Troopers reboot may resurface in the form of a TV show. Starship Troopers, the series. Now, this is something we've all been waiting for a long time. Have we? Have we been waiting for this for a long time?
Yeah, the baby troopers.
Yes. Of course, the question is, why? Because it could really work if it's done right. Well, the movie could have worked if that was really done right, too. I mean, this got "duh" written all over it.
That was one of my least favorite movies ever.
Yes. In an interview with HitFix about his upcoming Goosebumps film, producer Neil Moritz revealed his plans for Starship Troopers, a property he's been kicking around for some time.
We've been kicking around.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind kicking him around right at this point. And it sounds like he's leaning towards turning this treasured book by Robert A. Heinlein and bastion of 90s sci-fi action on film by Paul Verhoeven's 1997 movie adaptation, and done much better by the guys from Kick Tracks, I think is what it is, into a TV show again. Here's the quote. We're developing it. We've actually been talking about it, either doing it or as a feature or doing it as a television show, he said. So we'll see. Oh, thank you. That's so enlightening.
that was confirmed.
Okay, so that's not a solid, it's happening. And it's kind of a producer's job to get the press interested in their upcoming work. However, doesn't it sound like Moritz is leaning towards TV? Wild speculation, of course, and mainly because we really want Band of Brothers in space to happen. This is not the first time this property's been pushed towards television. Plus, there was Roughnecks, the animated series spin-off, but this could potentially be much larger. Fingers crossed. Not?
Access denied.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. Do not want.
I don't think so.
No. Done. It's unanimous.
Yeah.
There, and we're technically the press, right? So they wanted to get the press's reaction. So
Well, yeah.
done.
Yeah.
It's called Vomit.
All thumbs down.
Yes.
Vomit Troopers.
And the good news now is that you can buy your own Back to the Future replica of Mr. Fusion.
Thank God.
My DeLorean has been looking naked.
Well, obviously, Craig's been wanting one for a while.
He's going to put one on the back of his pickup truck.
That's right.
And maybe it'll go to 38 miles per hour.
And you know what? Now I wish I had my Beetle again. I'd put it right on the top.
Hey, we could put it on the back of the Mini. That'd be sweet. Officially revealed back in September of last year and teased even earlier at Toy Fair in New York, Diamond Select Toys' perfect replica of the time-traveling DeLorean's Mr. Fusion home energy reactor, seen in the Back to the Future trilogy, is finally available for sale. If you haven't been able to find a Model 223A Krupp's coffee grinder, which also made an appearance in Alien, on eBay because amateur prop makers have been snatching them up, this replica is the next best thing. You won't have the satisfaction of building it yourself, and it will cost you a hefty 400 big ones. But you can at least be assured that DST has done their research when it comes to making sure this replica is as screen accurate as possible. It even has realistic sound effects when you open it, but you probably don't want to fill it with your household garbage.
Oh, but why?
Yeah. That was the fun of it.
How does it secure to the vehicle? Does it suck on? Does it have a
I was hoping to be like
glue.
Yeah, super glue.
Screw it through the bottom of the hood.
Magnet.
Magnet.
Hey,
Magnet.
Yeah. Magnet.
What are these magnet things of which you speak?
Well, I mean, it used to have a CB antenna back in the day, and those the K40? I think it was. That thing had such a strong magnet. You almost had to slide it off the car.
Yes.
Yeah, those things were.
Oh,
tight.
yeah,
Oh, my God.
I remember those.
Like neodymium magnets.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yep.
It was so strong, somebody unscrewed the damn antenna off the top of mine and left the stump there.
I know. Those things were tough, man. Don't put your finger under it.
No.
Continue with our food theme.
Wait,
we have.
wait a minute. Whoa.
Yes,
Wait a
okay.
minute. Well, I'm not done with Mr. Fusion yet.
You're not done yet?
You know, I started thinking, okay, I know what sound effects did it make in the movie? What action did it take in the movie?
He threw a bunch of garbage in it at the.
It didn't. Well, it only made
you heard it kind of going. You know, things were falling in it, and that's about it. But it's like, okay,
it made a sound when it opened.
Like the flux capacitor, you can buy one of those, and you can see the lights moving. Okay, this one, it just sits there.
You know, it kind of has a
Mystery
Science Theater part of a robot look to it, doesn't it?
Wait a minute. Yeah. But for $400,
yeah.
What does it do?
You
looks cool. Looks cool.
All right.
Well,
okay.
it's a Mr.
You
Fusion.
got me there.
How do you? What part of Fusion don't you understand? $400.
Want to see the Fusion work? I don't.
I mean, right now, I can guarantee there are a bunch of geeks that are saying, "I must have."
There are people with disposable income like that. Yes,
I got it. I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit. $400. What are you getting?
You're getting a Mr. Fusion.
How
hard is it?
It does what?
You don't have to build it yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
They said the DIYers, right?
But that's the whole point. The people that are into the DIY, that's what they want to do. They want to build it themselves.
And then you have the lazy SOB DIYers like me that'll just go out and buy it.
Buy it already assembled. Let me just attach it to my car.
My time is worth more than $400.
That's right. And then
I
I can drive my car to work looking cool.
God. Let's ask Donna if your time's worth more than $400.
There's a reason she's not on the mic.
She's saying
she can nod her head and I'll interpret the results from here.
Yeah.
All right, on with the food theme, which we seem to have stumbled across on this show. I got an email from a friend of mine who tried Soylent. You know that dietary supplement thing that is supposed to...
I've heard about... we just talked about that on Slice one day.
Is this also related to the farts thing?
It could be. It might be. React. So he went on and bought some, and he said, hey, I'd like to give you a...
And farts. Oh, okay, I got it.
Right.
Okay.
Volatile combination.
It smells like people.
Bourbon and beans. Anyway, he wrote this letter and sent it in just today, as a matter of fact. He said, I recently read about Soylent and obtained a 1-week supply of version 1.4. Soylent names their revisions like software. I thought it was an interesting concept and wanted to see what carefully engineered but no-fuss nutrition could do for me. I dedicated myself to faithfully consuming this magical elixir for 1 week and eating nothing else. That didn't work out as well as I had hoped.
I wouldn't think so.
Here's his diary of what happened. Day 0.
Diarrhea of what
happened.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Well, you people are sick. Where do you get it from? Day
No
0.
comment.
I opened the pack, ordered for $85, and it contained a very nice pitcher and stainless steel scoop. I mixed the, quote, food, as the nice enclosed instructions manual said. Taste will be best if you refrigerate overnight. Keep that in mind. It was pretty easy to mix. 30 seconds of shaking and no lumps or problems mixing. Day 1. I figured, this will be awesome. The promise of this stuff is no less than magic in a pitcher. The taste is not bad. More like bland pancake batter.
Yeah.
Imagine the most boring thing you have experienced, and now imagine that overpoweringly boring experience as a taste.
Oh boy.
That's the Soylent. That's what Soylent tastes like.
They're like listening
boredom.
to Chuck.
He said that, not me.
Good thing he's not in the studio this week. Liquid boredom. It is slightly gooey and even so slightly chewy.
Okay, you're losing me here. There's nothing appealing about
Wait,
this.
it gets better.
I mean, liquid boredom. Those are two words I've never heard put together before.
No matter, I felt. I could get used to it.
No.
I noticed I never felt hungry and never had any, quote, sugar high or lows. I can do this. Day 2. I am sticking with this. It is a little boring, but hey, so is waiting at airports and doing laundry. I noticed that I was never very, quote, even keel.
That he was very
even keel. And I spent almost no time on meal prep or cleanup. So there's some advantages. Day 3. Dear God, this stuff is bland. And I miss food. I started sneaking in a few olives to provide some taste. No matter, this is totally doable. Day 4. I can't do this anymore, but I can try and push through it. I feel a little hungry occasionally, but I tried spacing out, quote, meals better. Day 5. I'm beginning to actually despise Soylent. I have the goop for, quote, breakfast, but a burrito in the freezer audibly called my name for lunch. I snuck in real food until dinner, where I made a valiant try to consume more Soylent. Day 6. I can't do this anymore. This stuff tastes like paste and saps the joy from my life like a liquid Dementor.
Wow.
Day 7. Soylent is relegated to a breakfast food only. Overall, I think the concept is interesting, or parenthetically, nutritionally and environmentally. Oh, not that slide yet. That's coming up next. But they need to improve the flavor. I actually lost 5 pounds while consuming Soylent, but that is too great a price to pay for another whole day consuming nothing but goop. I consulted the DIY community and purchased ingredients to make my own version that is perhaps better or more interesting than the, quote, real stuff. I foresee using this as an occasional meal supplement, especially breakfast, but nothing more. The basic recipe is basically a bunch of vitamins/minerals, oat flour, and essential oil like sunflower. There really isn't a lot of magic under the hood. My impression is that this is a Silicon Valley tech hipster fad that will fade soon unless they address the human need for variety and taste.
Wow.
It's like I saw this little sign out in front of a coffee shop, and it says, "No hipsters allowed." You coming in here with your furry faces and your vegan meals and your sawdust beds. Oh, hamsters. No hamsters.
Hamsters.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
pretty good. Finally, in the Geek Library, we have something on loan from my nephew. If you were part of the video feed earlier in the show before Craig joined us, you would have caught a bit of this reading. This is the William Shakespeare's Star Wars. My nephew is visiting, and he was reading through this, so I said, hey, give me that.
Snatched it from him and slapped him.
Let me read a scene of which we were all familiar. This is the cantina scene, Maestro.
Oh, hey, hang on. I got to get back to the... hang on.
Boy. Preparation. It's a wonderful thing.
There.
Where Obi-Wan is negotiating with Han.
There you go.
Okay. Han Solo, at thy service, gentlemen. The great Millennium Falcon is my ship. My first mate Chewie telleth me ye seek safe passage to the system Alderaan. Of which Obi-Wan replies, Aye, true, if 'tis a vessel swift of flight. Han replies, a vessel swift of flight, thou sayest. Hast thou not heard of the Millennium Falcon, sir? Obi-Wan aside. Now shall he boast, but if his ship we'd have, some boasting will endure. And then he turns to Han and says, Nay, should I have?
Nay.
'Tis but the ship that hath the Kessel Run accomplished in 12 parsecs, nothing more. Imperial starships have I slyly escaped, but nothing more of that. And neither do I speak about bulk cruisers small, but vast Corellian ships, yet nothing more, no more. I shall not brag about her speed, good sir. Suffice to say, the ship shall fill thy needs.
It sounds more like Edgar Allan Poe there.
I was
No
gonna
more.
say, it's
No more.
very, I'm
No
expecting
more.
quote the Raven, nevermore.
Nay.
Quoth Han Solo, nevermore.
Yeah.
I have to say, Han doesn't sound so cool anymore.
I do the Greedo and the Jabba the Hutt scene because they do include Jabba in here. So it's not original.
Han Nay first.
Yeah, how do you Shakespearean up Jabba?
It's pretty much Jabba as he sounds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Greedo.
Yeah. Jabba wa ninchiko.
Yeah, Han Solo. All right, that is it, and we are on to the end of the show. Thank goodness, it's almost top of the hour.
Hey, I do want to bring up one thing.
What is
here
that?
we go.
You know, you hear about Harry Shearer leaving The Simpsons?
Yes.
Did you hear? I mean, I think this is part rumor because I'm sure they wouldn't discuss this out in the open, but he turned down $14 million.
I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people just waiting in line who can do a pretty decent impression for a lot cheaper.
I would do it for $2 million. I'll work the hell out of that show. I'll do every voice. They'll love that.
Sure, that would work out well.
Can you believe that, though? Do you think this is the end of The Simpsons?
Very good.
Do you think this is the end of The Simpsons?
No, but I think their time has passed. They're on season 26.
Yeah, it's about time that it kind of goes off into the sunset.
1 minute to auto-destruct.
Who expected that?
Yeah. I mean, I love The Simpsons, but yeah, I am starting to get in the feeling that it's past its prime. I mean, they've done so many different stories. How can they
remain fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, I'm making an audible. I'm changing the question of the week on the fly.
Oh.
Yeah. What show is past its prime?
Oh.
That should really be tossed. We saw that with Heroes, obviously.
Oh, big time, although that's coming back. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a chance because it's a twist on it. I mean, it's a different thing now. So I'm gonna give it a shot again.
I'll try it.
So we're asking a question?
Yes. What show is past its prime and should be canceled? You don't have 60 seconds to respond. That would be unfair if they were driving down the highway.
Well, you got to think about that one. I'm going to kind of look to
I got to stew on that one a little bit.
I want to figure that one out. I'm sure there's something out there that desperately needs to go away.
Think about shows that you've just stopped watching because you don't have time. They're still on the air, but they're not at the top of your list anymore.
Oh,
that might help filter it out.
There was lots of those.
Well, you know, when shows started to stop in the, call it quits at their prime, I think the first one I thought of that happening was Magnum P.I. When they kind of cut it when it was still popular at last season, they just ended it. After that, then there's been shows that go, okay, we're probably about as good as we're going to get. We're going to start cutting it off, and they shut it down. Simpsons, I think they kept going for quite a while, but I'm trying to think of another show.
Scorpion.
I was going to say Scorpion.
It should have been canceled before it ever
it never hit its prime.
Oh, my God.
It never hit the prime.
That first episode.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
It jumped the shark before.
Oh, gee, buddy, Christmas. That first episode was so stupid.
How many seasons did it go?
It's only had one.
It's been renewed.
It's been renewed for a second season. But
Did you watch the pilot episode?
Pilot?
Oh my God, it was incredibly stupid.
Here's mine. It's not even in the sci-fi realm. Well, maybe it is. Survivor. Kill that thing already. I understand it is finally ending, but that should have been done like
as well as
after the first season. Exactly.
But if we're talking scripted television, Scorpion was horrible. I mean, who ever imagined seeing a Cat 1 cable actually being dangled from a flying
Cat 5 cable?
Cat 5 cable being
dangled from a plane while a Corvette is driving down
so it can
a
connect to a
runway, so you can
laptop.
put it in a laptop. Really? Really?
This is why we have wireless.
And upload.
Oh, they tried that. They tried that, but the plane went by too fast.
Oh, dear Lord.
Because the plane could not land on an empty runway.
And then, you know how long it takes to do a go-around? Do you really know how long it takes? It takes 20 minutes at least. And
they did it in 20 seconds.
Yeah, in about a minute and a half.
Oh, you are truly baiting the listener here, aren't you?
Oh, my God.
It's a disgusting
I just hate that show.
Give us a call, please. We need more of this nonsense.
Hey, by the way, I know that we're going long, but you know what? I don't care.
It's been 3 weeks. I think they can catch up a little at a time.
Yeah. Well, listen. What about that story where the guy said he hacked into the plane's navigation system?
That's utter
I think
BS.
that's nonsense.
It has to be I mean, I keep thinking he went through the entertainment center to get the flight nav.
Exactly. I have a friend.
How can they even be connected?
Yeah, Tim Adamick made some comment about it on Facebook, and then my friend that works on the E4B, that's his job, is to try to hack into their software systems, and he hacks into stuff all the time. I mean, hotel Wi-Fi's and all this other stuff, and he said it is next to impossible to do that kind of hacking and get into the avionics of a plane. He said he's tried before, and tried on commercial airliners.
You think they'd be isolated systems?
Yeah,
exactly.
They are.
Yeah, that had to not be related at all. That's what I would say.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Somebody's skills. But it is nearly impossible.
There's a little panel behind the toilet in the bathroom that you can cross wire and jumper.
You got it. That's how
that just went out over the air, people.
Now everybody knows. How many people are going to be spending time in the bathroom?
Way to go, Chuck.
Banging on the door. What are you doing in there?
And on that nefarious note, we're going to call it a night. We appreciate your support. If you like the show, there are many ways to show your love. You can call the listener line and please tell us what show jumped the shark and should have been taken away years ago. 206
Technorama.
Modicum of truth. 206-222-CHAT, 206-222-2428. Quick reminder, there is no show next week for May 27th is when it would normally come out. Of course,
we come back and then we go away.
We come back and we go away. I have some business travel to attend to, so far away. I hope it involves airplanes.
Maybe we'll sneak in the house and Donna and Ben and I will do it for you. No, we're going to be in Disneyland. Dang it.
Darn it all. Email us, technorama@chuckchat.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Ben and Keith.
Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
What's the website?
Ours?
Yes.
www.tggeeks.com.
And thank you to my lovely wife for making us all look good.
Yay!
And thank you, Craig. How about a binary high five?
101.
Done.
Iserol.
I need a dose of Iserol.
101, which also looks like LOL.
Yes, it does.
Yes. I told you about the Iserol thing.
Yeah.
101.
That was probably one of the most funniest moments I have ever experienced on this show, when we misinterpreted. It was written as ZERO1.
Oh, yeah.
and Letty had a last name from that point on.
That's right. Hey, sorry, I was trying to make a stupid joke when I said, wait, you're geeks?
I know you were. I know what you were saying.
It's like, hey, I just
realized what you were saying.
Yeah. I thought it fell flat because I obviously can't see you guys, and I'm like, nobody say anything. Okay.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to. Oh,
19 kids and counting?
Yeah.
Ooh,
CBS Evening News.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the shows he wants to kill. Yeah. CBS Evening News.
You know what? There's a lot of truth.
Well, CSI Cyber. Well, CSI Cyber is actually coming back with, and Ted Danson is going to be joining the cast.
Yeah.
I watched an episode the other night.
Of CSI Cyber?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
They've done a couple of idiot plot and
little
unbelievable things, but
it's not bad.
You know.
I didn't think it was too over the. I can obviously, when you see tech stuff, you can't dive into it too deep. Everybody would be like, huh?
Yeah.
No, but I kind of get the feeling that it's a little preachy.
Well, but they also they've also done some things that are clearly way out of the realm, as well as getting from, what was it? They went from Washington D.C. to Miami in about a minute and a half.
That'll work.
And it was only supposed to be they had an hour time frame to do this thing because it was going to blow up, and then all of a sudden they're in Miami. It's like, really?
Hey, that's the beauty of television.
You can't even drive to the airport from your office in an hour.
Like when we're watching the first season of The Mentalist, and here they are in the first season. They're based in Sacramento, but there's a killing that happened down in San Francisco. Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
and they're there.
Hop in the car, kids.
They're there. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and they went to Southern California regularly.
And they went to they go to LA a lot, and it's like a day drive.
Yeah. Oh, less than
not
a day.
even. Yeah, it's just a couple of hours. Not even a couple of hours.
Well, let's go have lunch.
45 minutes,
and then we're going to be back in the office before 5.
Yeah,
flying cars.
Yeah, there you go.
I like when they have no respect for time zones either.
Oh,
they'll fly from the U.S. to England, and there's no jet lag.
Yeah,
it's always day. No matter when they left or when they landed, it's always a day.
Yep.
It's like, what?
Always daytime.
That's suspending just a little bit more than disbelief. Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to wrap it up.
Wait, I got to ask y'all's.
Yes.
I got to ask y'all's opinion on. Did y'all see the Supergirl?
Yes.
Clip.
Yes,
I say clip. It's almost
I've only seen the pictures.
I've seen the 6-minute trailer.
Hey, I was watching that and I was like, this is like an episode almost.
It was almost like one. I think they actually clipped that from a series of episodes. I can't imagine that all being in the first one.
No, but I was watching it going, well, this is almost as long as an episode.
Almost, but I liked what I saw. The thing that really floored me, though, is that, and I don't know if they're going to do this in the episode, but I don't know. But there is a bit where they talk about, she mentions that her cousin is Kal-El, Superman, mm-hmm. And I think she's talking to Jimmy Olsen of all things. And what do? They actually show a clip from Man of Steel.
Oh.
Yeah, well, where he was reaching his hand out or something.
Yeah, where there's somebody reaching their hand out and Superman's floating in the sky. Mm-hmm. So it's like they're trying to build this universe.
Why do I not have the Wi-Fi password?
I don't either.
Oh, I can get it.
I thought I did.
No, we've never
I have
had
it on my phone.
You had it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well.
We'll get these guys set up.
Well, I thought it was. I enjoyed it. I love the little plane where she saved the plane type thing.
Yeah, that was a nice little kind of a send up to Superman the movie, which I really enjoyed. Of course, the big question is, I mean, it's the same showrunners as with Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. So everybody's wondering, will there be bleed over? And people are hoping that there will be, but at the present time, it doesn't look like CBS is going to go for it.
Yeah. CBS will hold on to it.
Yeah, CBS is not going to let any bleed over at this point, but if the show is successful, maybe in a year or two, they might actually allow properties from the CW to move over.
And it does have that that same feel that the Flash had a little bit.
It does. It's very light.
Mm-hmm. Which one is this?
Supergirl.
Oh,
the CBS series. And it looks, I think it looks really good. Despite the fact that they're kind of really playing with some of the canon. I still think it looks really good. And it's like somebody kind of like, it's like this TV series Felicity, and I'm like, well, if that's the case, then it's Felicity meets The Devil Wears Prada. Because all you got to do is take a look at Supergirl in her civilian identity as Kara Danvers has a boss that is modeled right after Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
played by Callista Flockhart. I mean, it's just like Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada. It's really weird.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm still looking forward to it.
All right, everybody say bye to the people on the stream.
Bye, people on the stream.
Thanks
for
watching.
Bye, people on the stream.